The golden age fostered by the formation of Star League is now a distant memory. 300 years of near-continuous total war has raged across the inner sphere. In December of 2766, Stefan Amaris of the Rimworld's Republic completed his decades-long deception of the Star League's First Lord, young Richard Cameron. This ruse would lead to the Amaris coup, and the resulting civil war brought an end to Star League. While Stefan Amaris met his executioner at its conclusion, 3 succession wars have since set back social and technological progress a millennia. Scores of billions lie in open graves on once paradise worlds now nuked into toxic wastelands. Power is held only by those willing to hold it by force. The once vast armadas of jump-capable warships are now little more than orbital debris scattered across some 2,000 inhabited star systems. And yet the war rages on, even in the absence of the technological or engineering know-how to continue producing the very machines that drive the conflict onward. This is Battletech. Hey everyone, my name is Raz, and welcome to a brand new series. It's my first ever YouTube series. Yay! I think it's going to be a ton of fun. I've been looking forward to doing a series for a really long time. If you're into it, awesome. Hey, like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments any old thing. Truly. We're going to be playing a heavily modified version of MechWarrior 5, Heroes of the Inner Sphere. We're going to be doing a little bit of a different flavor of Let's Play, a little more my speed. I'm a storyteller and a writer. This game scratches a gameplay itch, but also I think is rich for narrative. And so we're going to be exploring maybe some narrative intros that are going to come out of the gameplay from the previous episode. I've kind of got a initial sort of thought on how to organize this game and provide some early game challenges that I think will keep it interesting. And then down the road, we'll be, adding more house rules and trying to find interesting ways to keep the story going. Thanks for coming by. I hope you stick around. I always find myself making suboptimal gameplay choices in service of story. Role-playing in a solo kind of way. In service of immersion, in the hopes of creating drama. It's why I think people love sports. It's the story. It's why adults tune into professional wrestling. So we need a main character, and they need a motivation. To use a great phrase from Guy over at How to Be a Great GM, we need characters who want something really, really badly, but they're having a hard time getting it. And I've always really liked the idea of a character who was left for dead, who's lost everything, his body, even maybe his mind. So we have a seed. Our character has just come out of a coma. The room is dark, musty. A thick haze lit only by the red-orange glow of what we recognize as life support monitors. He can't feel his body. A machine breathes for him. Claustrophobia creeps in. His heart begins to race. The monitors go haywire. A woman soon rushes into the room. She's skinny, gaunt even. Sand and dirt darken the wrinkles in her otherwise young face. She's a doctor, explains to him his paralysis, and the amnesia normal and likely temporary. He's been in a coma for 2 years. Her name, she tells him, is Suni. She will help him. Over the next several weeks, he remembers more and more and learns to communicate. First, by blinking, then tapping. Soon he's able to form words as he painfully relearns to use atrophied muscles. His name is Razvek, of House Faalken. He remembers his father always striving to live up to the family name. He remembers growing up on a planet called Vendrell, in the Illyrian province of the Lyran Commonwealth. His parents were important people. His family was large and extended, many siblings and cousins, all of whom lived together in a palatial complex near a major industrial city. Razvek trained at the Lyran Commonwealth Armed Forces Military Academy as his father and his father's father and his father before him had done. Piloting battle mechs was the family honor as far back as the days of the Mackie, the very first battle mech built some 500 years ago. The Faalkens were part of the Terran hegemony then, holding high offices in Star League. He remembers his first commission to the 3rd Lyran Regulars, and then a commendation to a special arms attachment, where he took part in an operation to train and equip rebels in the Rosalheg district, where for centuries the Draconis Combine has struggled to fully control. Raz also remembers arriving on Susquehanna. Tense patrols. He remembers meeting Suni, and she didn't seem to much care for him, or for the fact the city had become a rebel stronghold. And then the ambush came. It all flooded back to him. Badly outnumbered, they fought well, but he can still hear the cries of his lancemates as they were gunned down. And then, nothing. Then just this. Waking up to this prison of a body. It has taken a few months to get here, to stitch all this together in the dark. Suni, all this time, never opened up about what had happened next, or what was really happening now. Why she kept him alive. No, she passed off her avoidance of talking about the present as some kind of psychotherapy nonsense, but the truth is, she didn't want to revisit the nightmare that unfolded after the ambush. Suni was a trauma surgeon, but nothing could have prepared her for the horror that came after the Draconis Combine torched the city. They wanted to send a message, and that message was grotesquely received. Those who didn't die quick died in agony. Everyone Suni knew was dead. The few dozen who managed to survive the first few months either found a way to leave on their own terms or found themselves staring at the lens of a Draconis salvage crew's laser rifle. But Suni stayed. She survived, she kept Raz alive, and she could have laughed, but for what? To be pressed into service as a field surgeon and relive those nightmares over and over again? Nah, she stayed. This is what she stayed for. Now, everything up to here has been set up. In the background, I've fired all the pilots, except for one, who's now Sunni. I've sold off all the starting mechs, and we've traveled from our starting position in Steiner Space, near Vendrell, all the way here to Susquehanna and the graveyard / Rosalheg conflict zone. My goal was always to purchase whatever mech I found in the marketplace, and when we got here, this would simulate Sunni and Raz having cobbled together a mech from salvage. Looky what we have here. It's a Locust 1 VB. I actually had to look it up. It's called the Royal Locust. I've never seen it before. Apparently it's from Rogue Tech, maybe from yet another Mech Labs Mechs mod. Anyway, it's lost tech, and for those not familiar with the term, it's Golden Age Star League era tech left behind during the Exodus, when Alexander Kerensky and the SLDF looked at the political landscape in the aftermath of the Amaris coup and the Civil War, and they realized that what they'd fought to restore was never coming back. So Kerensky took the best scientists and engineers from all over the galaxy, and all the remaining warships, and all the SLDF battle mechs, with their pilots, and the technicians that worked on them, and they all just left. They jumped from star to star to star to star to star until they'd put an impossible distance between themselves and the inner sphere. Lost tech is what remains from that time that hasn't already been destroyed through 200 years of indiscriminate war. It can't even be reverse engineered. It's essentially magic. And I have to say, it almost feels like cheating to have lucked into this, just sitting here in a conflict zone's marketplace. But then I remembered it's a freaking Locust. It's the squishiest mech in the game, and it's gonna break the piggy bank, which we shouldn't have access to a bank account anyway. We're almost guaranteed to get pieces of this mech blown off. The XL engine, the ferrofibrous armor, the endosteel structure, none of that can be replaced, and even just repairing it might be off the table. So Sunni finds this thing lost to all memory, probably for a few hundred years in some forgotten underground hangar, possibly buried by rubble unearthed from the destruction of her city. She nurses Raz back to health so they can fix this thing and blast their way off Susquehanna en route to her revenge. For Raz, this mech is his ticket home. If he can get to an HPG uplink station, he can send a message to the 3rd Lyran regulars. Let them know he's alive and lay low until the cavalry arrives.
We'll enter the glacial valley on foot from the southeast. There's an automated arms factory there run by off-world operators. Their satellite array should provide enough bandwidth to broadcast our signal to any Commonwealth forces in the system. You need to buy me 20 seconds in close proximity so I can slip through their firewall and complete the data transfer. I'm sending the coordinates of an abandoned mining town nearby as a landmark for the rescue lift. We should be able to lay low there until the cavalry arrives. Could be minutes, could be days. Don't get us killed.
God damn, this thing's fast. Do not engage. Hold on to your hat, Sunni. It's about to get real bumpy.
I don't mind a little bumpy.
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, they know we're here. Is that blackjack? Oh, hell no. Come on, come on! Where are we at on this link?
I'm in!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they know we're here.
Just give me a few more seconds. Okay, a few more seconds than that.
Give my left nut if you can speed this up. Come on, Sudi! We gotta go!
Done! Go! 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 Go!
Is that us? Is that us? Nope. Fall back, fall back. We are getting a transmission, but it's not. Commonwealth.
This is Captain Turk of the Razzlehead Republic dropship Yilmaz. We have received your distress beacon. Unfortunately for you, the LCF will not be joining you today. I suggest you prepare for extraction with me. Coordinates transmitted. You'd better well hurry.
Roz, it's our only chance. Take it. Whee!
Well, this was fun.
Welcome aboard the dropship Yilmaz, Mr. Faalken. I trust the good doctor is with you.
Their shadows. Blah, blah, blah.